Welcome. This is Sunrise with Dr. Surjit Khanna, a news bite, BYTE, for ages 10 to 25. It's brought to you by Khanna for Kids. That's KHANNA for Kids. It's a good morning message, a short snippet of the news just for today's youth every Monday, every Wednesday, and Friday, a little bit after 9 o'clock. Join us on Facebook.com/Khanna, the number 4 kids, and our other social networks. We're on about 6 social networks live right now. We have a special guest. Before I introduce Dr. Khanna, I want to introduce our special guest, someone who is going to be competing, we hope, in the 2020 Olympics, which got delayed. So they're actually going to be happening in 2021. And her name is Ariana Ramsey. And I want to just show, hello, Ariana, how are you? Good morning. And I want to show you some photos of her in competition. So let's take a look at one here. She's scoring a, they don't call it a goal. What do they call it here, Ariana?
It's called a try.
A try?
Yep.
So it looks like you were beating Army. In my college days, I wrestled against Army, so we have something in common. And here's another photo of her in competition. I have to find the other photo. Give me a second. And it looks like she's beating out the other player, and she's running for a try, which is the goal, I guess. But I have to be honest with you that rugby is a very tough sport. This is a very tough young lady, and we're very happy to have her here on the Good Morning Message with Dr. Surjit Khanna. And Dr. Khanna is a lawyer, an attorney. He is a child safety advocate. He is a servant of the underserved, champion of the nonprofit Voice of the Kids. He also recently launched his post-incarceration Juvenile Justice Reformation Act initiative. Say that 3 times fast. But we have a brief way of saying it. It's called returningyouth.com. That's returningyouth.com. This is the campaign to raise money for these post-incarcerated youth. This initiative provides post-incarcerated young adults housing, training, along with the required medical psychological assistance needed to secure a job and a career for their future, for the rest of their lives, get them on the right path. And in association with that, we have something very interesting happening just later today I want to share with you, and that is we are putting on a press conference at noon. That's right, at noon today at Village Hall in Spring Valley to announce his Returning Youth program. That's returningyouth.com program, returning young adults to a productive life. And we'll be live on these channels, so please join us. This is the first of a number of press conferences announcing this. And I know that was a long introduction, but I'd like to now turn this over to Dr. Surjit Khanna and Ariana. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Gary. And good morning, Ariana.
Morning.
As we all know that this is just a news bite. That means we will just take a bite and rest is left on to these young adults to know more about whatever we are talking today. But I'm so happy, I'm so glad that we have Ariana with us, like Gary introduced her, that she is in the path of being an Olympics. So that means something because we are doing all this for young adults. If Ariana can make it to Olympics, she should be the model for every young adult in the country and in the world, that if she can do, a person from Philadelphia, everyone can do it if you are in the right track, if you are put in the right track. And that's the reason why I thought of talking about youth confinement and emerging adults. That's today's topic. Normally, we speak about what is going around the United States on the news bite, but I thought that young adults should understand what is youth confinement and what is emerging adults. On any given day, don't be surprised with the numbers in the news I talk here. Any given day, every day, 48,000 youths in United States get confined in facilities away from home every single day. 48,000. Can you count? I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But 48,000, it will take me maybe a whole day to count 48,000. So that many youths are getting confined every single day. This is not my data. This is the United States data. Okay. And they're confined where? In juvenile justice system or in criminal justice system, in restrictive correctional style facilities where they are held for trial. They're not even sentenced. They're held for trial. This is pathetic. Okay. Then what do you mean by this word emerging adults? Well, the United States justice system is divided into two separate entities. One is adult criminal justice system and another is juvenile justice system. Well, let's talk only about juvenile court system. Young adult, please pay attention to this. This juvenile court system started in 1899. Can you believe it? It started in 1899. And why? To confine these young adults, to whom we call as juveniles, under 18, okay, so that they can be punished, they can be prosecuted, and they can be sentenced, and they can be away from the society. However, most states have chosen 18 as the age of adulthood. But you know what? Some states have done between 16 and 18. Some states have done even 12 as juveniles. The reason of this threshold, why does this threshold matters? Because they're punished for wrongdoing. But young adults, please listen to this carefully. We don't understand that in a juvenile system, the children has developed less sense, like right and wrong, reduced impulse control, and they make mistakes. When they make mistakes and when they grow up, they are known as emerging adults. So youth under 18, when they're emerging as adults and they're incarcerated, and when they come out, what happens to them? They try to become independent, they try to become productive after they're released, but they don't get that. Why they don't get that? Because our society rejects them. Our society do not give them a second chance. So by saying that, I'm going to shut up because I have the most wonderful person with us, Ariana Ramsey, who can give a little light on this emerging adults. Ariana, let me ask you a straight question here that I know you are in the path of being a successful young woman who is going to be representing US in the Olympics. What made you go to that path? And what type of challenges did you face in order to be in this US Open team? It's not easy. I know that it's not easy, but you took this challenge. You are a young person, okay? I don't know how old are you? You look like 12, but you are not 12. So you might be 10. I might be wrong. But, you know, if a person like you can take this challenge, how did you make it happen? Please tell me.
First, I would say, well, I'm 20. And I would say, so basically, I grew up in Philadelphia, in West Philly. So that's where I started like kindergarten and stuff like that. And then as I like got older, my mom, she realized like Philly is not like where she would want to raise her kids. So she moved us to like Norristown area. Norristown is like middle class. It's not like the best, but that's where I started like my athletic career, and I was able to play sports there. From what I know right now, there aren't sports in Philly for middle school kids, I believe. Some of them don't have sports in like 7th or 8th grade. So I think that's like a huge
That's
issue right
correct.
now.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And
So I think,
they're taking away sports and music out of the educational curriculum in
yeah.
the school.
Hmm. So
Yep.
I just think that's like a disadvantage already, where in Norristown, I was able to play sports in 7th and 8th grade. So that was helpful. So then I was able to start my career there in track and stuff like that. And then I went to high school in King of Prussia. So then I started to be able to play more sports at a higher level and things like that. So I just think that children in Philly just need the opportunity of club sports or other things like that to even start their careers, and if they want to be athletes, because I know a lot of them are good athletes. I've seen them. Like, I live in Philly right now, and I've seen a lot of kids on my block who actually even have sport potential, but they just don't have the resources to even do that. So I take them out and I play rugby with them sometimes. I did it for one of my senior projects. So I just think being able to give them those resources in the first place is very important.
So what do you think? What do you think about this initiative which we are promoting right now to give these young adults, those who are coming out of incarceration, and as we spoke today, that it is not their fault that they were incarcerated. They make mistakes. Every child, they make mistake when they grow up, especially when you grow up in West Philly or Philadelphia or anywhere in Bronx. Doesn't matter where you grew up, but you make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you get punished. Well, that's good too, because punishment is needed so that you correct yourself. That's why
Hmm.
it's called correction facilities. So you get yourself corrected. Then what do you think, that don't you think they should get a second chance or third chance or want another chance in their life?
Yeah. Yeah. I like the initiative a lot because it gives them that other chance. So, like, and then they're able to have resources and things like that after they come out. And I think that's what they need. They need some guidance afterwards. So I think that's exactly what the initiative is doing, is
So
providing.
do you think if you had been given an opportunity to train or motivate one of these young adults, whether they're male or female, okay, what message would you give it to them so that they don't lose hope? Because most of the time, what happens, Ariana, these children or these young adults, when they come out of the incarceration, they feel that they're lost. And I don't blame them. They are lost, okay, because they think that a big black cloud is in front of them. Nobody's going to accept them. Nobody's going to love them. So what message would you give to them so that they don't feel that they're loved? They should remain motivated.
I would say that in your entire life, you're going to have setbacks all the time. So whether it's in sport, whether it's in your life, whether you're going through anything, you're going to have a setback regardless. So this just happens to be one of their setbacks. And once they get over this hump, everything is going to be it's going to be up from there. So that's what I
How
would
would
say.
you translate your rugby playing that you're practicing now, and you definitely played many games, definitely when you are playing a game, both of you or both the team does not win. One has a setback and one moves forward.
Yeah.
Okay, life is like that. So how do you translate that to these young adults so that they don't take that setback as, oh my god, I'm lost, I need to commit suicide, or I need to go back to the jail again because jail was great? How
Mm.
do you translate your sports to their lives so that they can remain motivated?
My main thing would be injury, because when I'm in injury, I see a dark cloud. Like, I broke both of my shoulders, so it's like I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back or if I'm ever going to heal properly. So that's what's the thoughts that are going through my head. But you just have to at least try, for one. So you have to try to want to be better, and then, yeah, I would say just keep working towards whatever you want. Yeah.
So are you excited about this program? I know you volunteered. You said you want to be my advocate for this, and means I gladly accept you to be the advocate here, so that you can motivate these young adults. So are you excited about this? Are you want to take this all over the United States so that we can give every young adult another chance?
Absolutely. Yes.
Gary, you have any question for Ariana?
Well, Ariana, it's always difficult being an athlete. I was an athlete in high school and part of the way through college. How did you injure your shoulders in the competition?
Yeah, in rugby, and it was in high school. I like went to go reach for some girl, and like my shoulder just popped out, and it was terrible.
So how is it now?
Oh, it's way better. I'm still
Okay.
rehabbing it, but it's
Well, it has to be better because now she is in the US Open. So,
yes.
young adults, please take this message. She was injured in high school. She's not in high school right now. She is in the league. She is in the team where she's going to compete in the US Open. That means what? That setback did not put her in a back seat. She rather recouped herself and moved forward. This is where the sports person in Olympic, that's what it means to be a sports person. So you got everybody should be having this energy. Okay. Even you look at Gary. Gary is a runner. Okay. Gary, you want to tell your story about your running with the Olympic torch, which year and how did you make that happen? Because today we have Ariana, another Olympic player, and you did run with the torch. Could you tell the audience and the young adults what type of excitement you had?
Well, it was very exciting. It was way before you were born, Ariana, but in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago, I was a pretty good runner, not excellent, but a pretty good runner, a 250 marathon. That's about a 6 minute and 30-second pace for 26 miles, which is pretty good, not world class. And I was selected to be part of what they call the cadre runners. And they asked me to go to northern Texas and carry the torch, which was a great privilege. Quite frankly, what they would do is all the popular people, all the celebrities, all the politicians, they would purchase the segments during the cities and all the popular areas. And the people that were like myself who were asked to help, and we were put in unpopulated areas, which didn't make a difference to me because I got completely outfitted with the Olympic garb. I have even it today. I have jackets, I have hats, I have the, if you ever see the picture of the U.S. Olympic team winning the hockey, when they come out on the ice, those are the uniforms. I have that uniform, and they gave me the torch, which was a great privilege. It's nice to have. I basically have it at home. Ariana, when you come to the area, we're going to do another video of you. We'll have the torch next to you. I'll bring it so that you can get inspired. So what is your next step to be selected for the team? What's your next step, Ariana?
Yeah, so basically there's 20 of us and only 12 get selected. So a lot of them have been here for years already. So it's like, I got to really, really do my best.
So when do all the selections made?
They're made throughout the rest of 2021, but the real one for the Olympics is made like pretty much like the month before. So you never know until like the end.
So it's like June or May or June, right? Wow.
So as we go throughout, there's different games in between. So I guess as you start to get selected for those games and see how you perform and things like that.
Well, Dr. Khanna, I don't know about you. I love this stuff, especially since I did participate in the Olympics. I would like to know how things are going as they're going along. Please keep us up to date. Keep Dr. Khanna up to date. I'd love to have you back here. This is very interesting. You're on Team USA.
Absolutely, Gary. Gary, you said you run 26 miles in 6.25 minutes.
Well, the pace per mile was 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes per mile for 26
minutes a run. Well, you are not good. I run 3 minutes in 1 mile. Okay, so in my sleep though, in my sleep. I'm a runner too, but I run in during my sleep. So and now Ariana agreed that she is going to train me in rugby. So maybe in the next Olympics, I will be in the Olympics again. So that's the spirit we got to have, guys. That's the spirit. Okay. So please, I know this is a news bite. It became a little bit longer because of Ariana.
We have a
And
celebrity, that's why.
because we have Ariana here, an Olympic player. And please, young adults, take this inspiration. If Ariana can make it, we all can make it. You guys can make it. She is the role model. Please take it. You can reach her through us anytime you want to get the inspiration. And we are launching this inspiration talk very soon. And Ariana will be with me in order to inspire all of you. So, Gary, please continue and let's have a good Wednesday today, and you have a lot of other things to announce. Please do so we can move forward.
Well, I have to announce this because as I was, if you saw me texting back and forth as you were talking, I hope you didn't think I was rude. That was actually a reporter getting back to me, asking for information about today's press conference. He says he will cover it in his press. He may not be there in person. Well, that's good news. So we're having a press conference at 12 noon in front of Village Hall, but it's also going to be virtual on Facebook.com at Connor for Kids, right there, the number 4. It's also going to be Facebook at .com at the Voice of the Kids, on Twitter, Connor for Kids, LinkedIn. We're going to be a number of different places. So please join us virtually. We will be there in just a couple of hours. We have a lot to do before then, so we're really busy. Please join us Monday, Wednesday, Friday on this Sunrise with Dr. Surjit Khanna. We will also have the other announcement that Dr. Khanna is going to have his own branded special 1-hour radio show. Okay, that's a big news. We just got announcement of that, so that's another big news information. Things are happening here. We are moving forward in New Jersey with purchasing a house, not purchasing, but securing a house for up to 8 adults, that post-incarcerated youth. That's happening as we're speaking. There's so much happening. Just keep us in the loop. Go to returningyouth.com. 'Tis the season to be jolly. It's the giving season. Give a buck. Just give a buck to help a young kid out of incarceration get back on their feet. That's all we're asking. And we have a very generous person who is going to triple our donations. So when you give $100 for that, for example, the end result is we are going to get $300. Thank you so much. I know that's a lot, but we have a lot going on. Dr. Khanna is running fast. He's running the 3-minute miles. So thank you. We will see you on Monday. Say goodbye, Ariana.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, the audience. Have a blessed day.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.